Welcome to Shattered Skies. In this quick little tutorial video, you're going to learn all about how to play Shattered Skies. Hopefully you enjoy. To access the map in Shattered Skies, press M. On the map you'll find all sorts of points of interest. Some are marked in red, some are in orange, some are in green. The green ones are faction-based activities for the Merchants Guild. The orange ones are Dominion activities for the Dominion. And then the blue icons are for non-combat Dominion outposts, and the red ones are for full combat Chaos hideouts run by the Chaos Brotherhood. You can check your friend status by pressing O or clicking this icon right here. You can see if they're in-game or when the last time they were online. Adding a friend is easy. Just add their name in a search. It'll count down from 5. And then we'll find them. So we'll add Biscuit Chef to friends. You can see that it's now pending friends reply. And our invite is sent. He's now added us to friend, and so if he was in server, we would be able to click and join game, but it says our friend is not currently in game. So that makes grouping with friends super easy. To group with another player in Shattered Skies, simply walk in close proximity to them, select them from the list of nearby players, and invite them to group. A group invite will be sent to them. Once you're within group, you'll notice you gain advantages of being in a group, such as benefits of not being able to damage each other, as well as having a green chevron over each other's head. And so if I go behind something, like such as go behind a tree, you'll notice that I can actually see him through the tree. Once you've died in Shattered Skies, you're presented with 4 different respawn options. World Spawn, which spawns you somewhere randomly in the world. Dominion Outpost, which spawns you in a safe, non-combat Dominion Outpost. Spawn on Group Leader, if you're in a group. Or Proximity Spawn, which puts you somewhere close by. As you're playing, you'll notice various HUD UI elements. In the top left is an icon that displays if you're in a Dominion outpost and shows that you're safe, as well as the aggressor icon. And then in the top right, we have a supply drop icon, as well as the Dominion reactor icon. In the bottom right, you'll notice that there's a note for your gun, as well as the ammunition that you have in your magazine, as well as ammunition in your backpack, your ammo types on G, your hotbar on the very bottom of the screen, as well as your health and armor values on the left with your stamina, your hydration, as well as your food. To move around in the game, you can move around with W, A, S, and D. Of course, jogging along makes a little bit less noise than, say, sprinting, and crouching makes almost no noise, and prone making the least amount of noise. This is super useful when sneaking up on other players and aliens. In order to switch camera between first and third person, press the C key by default, and if you want to swap the camera side, press V. Backpack management is easy. To move items around, simply drag and drop them. You can use your quick action slots as a quick way to access items and deployables and other useful things in the game. These are assigned through your hotkeys 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, as well as if you want to drop items on the ground, you can quickly do so by simply dragging and dropping. To swap a backpack, it's easy. You just right-click an item and hit Change Backpack. This is your global vault. All characters in Shattered Skies have access to a persistent global vault that persists across all servers, be it US or EU. You can move items back and forth by right-clicking. You can also move items back and forth by dragging and dropping. You can move a specific amount in a stack by holding Shift and right-clicking and moving that amount. You can also move the entire stack in a single click by holding the Control button and right-clicking. Everybody starts with 100 vault slots. However, if you upgrade your account, you can get up to 1,000 slots. You can upgrade your account by hitting Escape, going to the Stats page, and selecting Upgrade. Looting items is easy. Simply walk up to an item and point your crosshair at it. You'll notice that a hand icon appears. You can then hold the E button, and it will pick it up and put it inside your inventory. From your inventory screen, you can then manage it however you please. You can drink liquids, eat foods, or even update items on your hotbar with medical items, binoculars, or other items in the game. Items in Shattered Skies are color-coded to make it easier for you to identify what's a rare weapon and what's a common weapon. You can see here with these 5 different types of bisons, we have a COG bison, a mercenary bison, a spec ops, and an elite. They have 4 different colors as well as the base version, and there's a legendary version of it which I don't have right now that's orange. Items that are rarer have better stats on them. The best way to acquire items like this are participate in world events like Dominion blockades, MG uplink stations, as well as Dominion reactor events, or you could trade with other players that have found them. In Shattered Skies, we try to keep the medical system simple. There's only one ailment your character can get, and that's bleeding. Aside from that, you'll want to keep track of your food, your liquids, and your stamina. You're going to use your stamina to jump. When you're PvPing and a player shoots you, you'll be snared ever so slightly. We want to keep the focus on gameplay rather than the focus on paying attention to your stats and vitals. So while they're there, it's not something you need to monitor all the time. We don't want it to distract you from playing the game. Scattered throughout Shattered Skies are various water wells. You can walk up to a water well and fill any empty flask or bottle at the water well. So here I have a clean water flask. I'm going to drink it. I'm given an empty flask. I can then refill that and drink it again, or take this empty bottle and fill it and drink the water. Via the crafting menu, I can cook things via campfire. Here's a campfire right here. I can take this campfire and then put it on my quick slots, drop it right here on the ground, and then if I have items to cook like this tuna, I can then cook my canned tuna over the fire. Lastly, to get other crafting materials like disassembled items, you can disassemble a weapon like this AKS or AK-12S mercenary. You can break this into parts. Once it's disassembled, it then gives me a couple crafting parts, weapon parts. The main difference between Dominion outposts and Chaos hideouts is that in a Dominion outpost, it's considered a safe non-combat area. Players can bank, trade, and interact with other players and not have to worry about being griefed. In a Chaos hideout, it's the other way around. It's full combat all the time. It is not considered a safe area, and players can and will kill you in it. How to get crafting blueprints. Your base set of crafting blueprints comes available to you when you create your character, and others are purchasable from vendors as you level up. These resources along the top of the screen are persistent resources, and they're not part of your main bag. They don't drop on death, so you should always pick them up. Crafting is here to help you play the game, not be the game on its own. As you level up and gain crafting recipes, you'll notice that some of them can be crafted immediately in the field, like this campfire, whereas others require a unique crafting bench to create. You can gain experience points in Shattered Skies and level up your character by participating in PvP events, participating in PvE events, shooting aliens, and killing other players. Participating in PvP combat with another player will net you PK rating if you successfully kill them. As you can see, I just gained 34 experience, 93 experience, as well as +1 PK rating. I can then look at my PK rating within the stats screen here. Your PK rating keeps track of your prowess in PvP and how you fare against other players in the game. Use your PK rating to unlock special cosmetics. Initiating combat on another player will turn you into an aggressor. This is denoted by the icon in your top left becoming illuminated. Shooting a player, as you can see, has now made me a PvP aggressor. Until that timer runs out, I can be shot and killed inside a Dominion outpost, as well as other players will see my name tag as red instead of blue. When you mouse over a player in game, you'll notice two bars. The first top bar is the player armor. The bar below it is the player health. And as you can see, this player has a blue name, meaning they're not an aggressor. In Shattered Skies, we have two different types of armor. We have soft armor plates, which offer extremely high damage reduction, but they offer very low durability, meaning they can be destroyed easily. And then we have hard armor plates, which offer more durability, but less static damage reduction. This is important when fighting other players because headshot damage does double the damage of other shots. So it's important to aim for the head over, say, a body shot or a leg shot. Another thing to note is the type of ammo that you're using in your gun. We offer armor piercing, hollow point, and full metal jacket rounds. It's oftentimes a good idea to use armor piercing rounds in your secondary weapon and use hollow points in your primary weapon for a good combo of armor stripping capabilities as well as hollow point damage. This is a loot chest or loot crate. You can hold E to open it. Once it's been opened, it will go on cooldown and you won't be able to open it again. Special goodies come inside this. Be sure to look out for them. You can gain various rewards by participating in points of interest and events on the map. Roadblock rewards come from Dominion blockades. Comm tower rewards come from MG uplink stations. These rewards do not drop on death until they're opened. You can gain all sorts of attachment boxes, masks, and other various items in them. Collect them all. You can customize your weapons with a variety of attachments in the game. Attachments also modify the stats of the weapon. You can use grips, suppressors, side rails, and top rail optic modifications. You can easily do this by selecting the cog wheel or pressing F6 in game with your weapon equipped. Then you'll be able to see from a list of items you have as well as ones that are locked that you don't currently have in your possession. Once you apply these skins to your weapon, as well as attachments, other players in-game will see these items as well. Customize your character by pressing the U button in-game or hitting escape and going to customize. From there you can customize your hair, face, masks, hat, jacket, pants, and shoes. Say you want to use some shoes that are only available with the Ultimate Edition of Shattered Skies. That's easy. You can go into your stats page and upgrade your account. This is a supply drop as it floats down from the sky. You'll notice that there's an icon in the top right, as well as there will be a flare that shoots out just like this. Be careful and look for other players when accessing supply drops. This is a supply drop as it floats to the ground. Beware of other players in the area that are looking to steal its contents. Once it's landed on the ground, you can walk over to it and you'll receive a reward for unlocking it. Once it's been unlocked, you'll be able to claim the contents of it. This is a MG uplink station. It's similar to a Dominion roadblock. You can gain rewards here by repairing equipment that's been damaged around the area and then accessing the terminal. If all the equipment isn't destroyed, you'll be able to access the terminal. For the sake of it, I'm going to destroy this right here so that we can test repairing it. You'll notice that I've lost reputation with the Dominion and the Merchants Guild, but I've gained Brotherhood of Chaos reputation. It's not recommended to destroy these unless you're trying to lower your reputation with the other two and gain with the Brotherhood of Chaos. Once I've repaired these objects, though, I'll be able to collect my reward from the Merchants Guild for helping them. So I'll simply walk over to the station and collect my reward by holding E. This is a faction vendor. Depending on your reputation with the Dominion, Brotherhood of Chaos, or Merchants Guild, will unlock what items are available for you to purchase at these vendors. There are multiple types of vendors in Shattered Skies. One being a materials vendor, there's other gear vendors, as well as weapon vendors. You can access these vendors and exchange items with them. Like this one here, he's looking for 5 meteor ore to get 1 meteor metal. It's important to note that when fighting aliens, they have a very strong exoskeleton, so you'll want to use armor-piercing bullets to deal with them.